Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin, coming to you today from the headquarters of COBRA Golf, and we are looking at their new F8 irons. And to tell us all about them is their Vice President of Marketing, that's Jose Miraflor. Jose, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me, Ralph.
New irons this year, the F8 and the F8 one length. One thing's for sure is you've really upped the technology with these irons and made them more playable all the way through the set.
Absolutely. We tried to improve on this last year's irons. We grew a lot in 2017 with our variable length and one length F7 sets. In the F8, we brought you more of everything. We've created some technologies that are shared between the irons. So first of all, these irons continue to be a progressive set featuring TechFlow constructions, which means your 4-iron isn't the same design as your gap wedge. It shouldn't be. You use them differently. So our long irons and our mid irons are hollow irons that feature a technology called PowerShell. A PowerShell face is actually a forged face that is formed to wrap around the sole on the front of the iron. That's going to give you more flexion. It's going to give you more speed. It's going to give you more launch to help you with your mid and long iron shots. The scoring irons, your 8, 9, and pitching wedge, are actually cavity backs where we focus on creating stability by giving you a heel and toe weighted cavity back iron that in case you do miss it, it's going to help you still attack those pins by giving you more distance and more straight factor in that. And then finally, the gap wedge, the sand, and the lob are specialty wedges. They're a muscle back shape design, and they feature contoured soles, a versatile grind on there. So you have versatility around the greens for not just attacking it from a full swing, but also getting up and down around the greens, because typically we do miss some of the greens that we try and hit these days.
Well, when you talk about the longer irons, the first thing people are going to notice with this set is the carbon fiber in the back and really that hollow shell construction it feels so good on contact because it's pretty much the softest thing you're going to feel when hitting an iron.
Yeah, carbon field technology is what you're talking about, and thanks for that. It is a technology, first time we've ever used carbon fiber into all of our irons. We're using it as a damper. It damps the vibrations in the long irons, the mid irons, the shorts, and even in the gap wedges, we're inserting a great deal amount of carbon fiber in there to help just soften the sound. It's okay to have a distance iron hit it far, but people don't like the way it feels. They'd rather have it feel like a forging, and this is our attempt to get a distance iron that hits it a long way to sound super soft, and usually the two don't come together.
Now, when we talk about the one length, you were telling me that there's technology in these shafts that they look like they're all one length shafts, but yeah, they're one length, but they're totally different.
Absolutely. We've worked really hard in this season to create an improved one-length iron for all of you out there that are supporting us. And for all of you who haven't tried this yet, you could be missing out on one of the easiest irons to hit. Here are the improvements that we've made. We worked with our shaft manufacturers and said, okay, we went with the first year by just cutting down shafts. I think it's important to create better flighting. You want your short irons to fly a little bit flatter. You want your long irons to fly a little bit higher to get them up in the air. Our shaft manufacturers came through for us and created actually flighted shafts, even though they're all the same length, which is hard to do, but they were up for the challenge. And this year you're going to see some better trajectories out of these irons. We've also added to that, we created better long irons. Our long irons on the one length are wider soled than on the variable lengths, which means you're going to have a further back CG, a lower CG, that's going to be able to dynamically loft the club more at impact, which is going to give you more launch. It's going to give you more distance in that trajectory that you may be missing versus a variable length that some people say they get. And the other thing that we've done is we've created progressive Causal lengths, which is progressive CGs, which means again in the long irons we're working to bring the CG down, so those hosels are going to be a little bit shorter. And then when you work your way through the short irons and into the wedges, those hosels are going to be longer, more like a specialty wedge hosel should be, and that's going to help bring the CG up and help flatten those trajectories. So we're just taking a really good product and making it even better by looking at the things that it needed.
Well, and you talk about things that it needed. There are people that don't want to hit long irons. They prefer to go with hybrids, and you've added that option as well.
Absolutely. For years, if you couldn't hit a long iron, your answer was to just go get a hybrid. And that should be the case. It shouldn't be a hindrance in the one lengths as well. So if you are still having trouble with these long irons, getting them in the air, one of the things we're doing this year is offering a one length hybrid. We're offering a 3 hybrid, a 4, and a 5. All cut down to 7-iron lengths, all weighted to 7-iron weighted and to 7-iron specs. So we fixed the lie angle. All that stuff is made to fit in the one-length family and help you hit your longer clubs or those longer approaches a lot easier, a lot higher, a lot longer, a lot straighter.
And new for 2018, Cobra Connect isn't just for the driver now, it's for every club in the bag, and you want to make that possible for players out there.
We absolutely do, and thanks for that, Ralph. We want to make sure everybody improves in this golf game. The whole reason why we make new clubs every year is to help you have more choices on how to play better. One of the things we've learned through our tour players, through the PGA Tour, is that when people have a better understanding of their game, you're going to make better choices out on the golf course. So the Cobra Connect system, which we launched last year, we're just putting into the entire F8 family. So that means no matter what club you buy from us, you can track yourself. So imagine this. Here's one of the things we're doing for everybody out there. If you buy a set of F8 irons, doesn't matter which ones, a set of 6 or more, we're not only going to have the Cobra Connect systems inside the grips, we're going to give you the additional sensors to round out the rest of your set. Meaning maybe your non-Cobra clubs, but hopefully maybe some older Cobras, you can affix the sensor on the back of it by screwing it in, and you now get to download the Arcos 360 app and completely utilize the whole system to look and understand about how well you hit your irons, your fairways, your wedges, your putter. It doesn't matter. You're going to be fully connected.
That's the type of information that every golfer wants, and to say the one length really is offering such an amazing combination of all these new technologies. Throw in the Cobra Connect, and it's over the top. If people want more information about everything from Cobra, where do they go?
www.cobragolf.com is the place to go.
All right, Jose, thanks as always for the time.
Thank you very much, Ralph.
I want to thank Jose Miraflor for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to give you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.